Aloha!
Hey, so we are doing something special for you guys tonight. We are here with our friend Illona Honig, who is a beautiful Hawaiian woman who is going to be adding entertainment and information to tonight's broadcast. So we're going to turn this around and have you guys actually get a chance to watch the sunset, which is happening right in front of us. And Illona, can you tell us like a sense of place? Where are we and where are they watching sunset tonight?
Okay, you're up at 1,400 feet in the beautiful area of Kalaua, which means the cloud. And you know, most time this area has a cloud that covers it. And that's why it's so popular for the plantations that have avocado and Kona coffee that are even up higher in Holualoa. So welcome. It's good to see you.
Yay!
Good to see you, Eric.
Good to see you, yes.
And I understand that you are a full-time camera YouTuber person.
Yes, that is, and it's very exciting. You guys know all about it. We've been shooting videos last couple of weeks, and it's been going well.
And so one of the things, if you guys have been watching, is one of the things I want to start incorporating into the work that we do is bringing more culture and more information about the Hawaiians into this mix. And so we want to bring Illona to start talking to us on, maybe maybe once a month on a Sunday night.
Oh, and, that would be nice. And thank you for those hearts.
I see, throw the hearts up for Illona.
I see kisses and hearts going up. Oh, I give you a hug back.
Here you go. And we are actually going to sit down with Illona and do a little bit more, like some interesting videos around the culture. But one of the things that Illona would love to do is that she would like to start her own YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And hopefully this gives her a chance to kind of get a kickoff to something that she can do for herself that you guys can learn more about the culture. But also, Illona is probably one of the funniest people I know. And you guys are going to have to, if she goes off to this adventure, one of the things that she should be doing is definitely food reviews. Because she is hilarious on the food review experience.
Well,
so
if you have good food, then you should have laughter also, right?
That's
laughter,
right.
good food, a glass of wine. Julie has her glass of wine here, but okay, there we go.
They know I drink.
It's sunset for.
And so, as you guys, if you guys notice again, usually I'm drinking a Chardonnay, but because Illona likes red wine, we chose a nice Meamei Pinot Noir tonight to share with you as we're watching the sunset.
Ulumau no.
What's that
the
mean?
Best of the day to you.
There we go. So now you guys learned something.
All right. So let us spin the camera
around so you guys can see the view.
So you can see the view. That is the plan. And then, ta-da! And the sun is just peeking out below the clouds right now is where we're at. So, and Cheryl says, aloha from Calgary.
Oh, all the way in Canada.
Right. And Jay is watching. And we had another one over here. We had a little more things. And then, let's see, before I got somebody else. Go ahead, Auntie. We love to follow a food channel. There you go. All right. And then, let's see.
What if it was all raw food?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Because, the Hawaiians, the original diet was very simple. You know, mostly everything came out of the ocean. It was that time of year. You were down at the ocean. Things came from the ocean. And fresher the better. So why waste fire when you can eat something fresh?
Right out of the ocean.
So they wouldn't cook their food?
Most of the food was not cooked.
Right?
No.
So that's why poke came about.
Poke.
Poke.
It's not P-O-K-E, pork. Or pokey is poke.
Oh, very good. And Megan says YouTube channel with a thumbs up for you there.
All right.
All right. So let's see what we got that's going on here.
Jay's there.
Mahalo.
Oh, Tammy's here.
We
were there earlier, raining day,
Yep, and then we've got aloha from Westminster, Colorado, too.
Oh, nice.
And,
aloha.
And Maggie says aloha.
Aloha no.
And then aloha from Seattle. We'll be there next week, and that is
Mark. I love Seattle. I have 2 kids over there in Seattle.
And Chris says aloha from San Antonio.
Okay, so I got to tell you about Chris. Chris DeMoss, he was watching us do the sunsets every single night from our lanai, and you were on a couple times.
Yeah.
And he finally got a chance to meet me here, and he said one of the funniest things was watching you and listening to you. So Chris is an awesome person.
So you get a feeling for the dialect, right? The local dialect. It's very relaxed. And, you know, a lot of what we do is that you come over with an accent, and then the Hawaiians, they're like minor birds. Minor birds copycat. So we try to copycat you, talk to you in English, and it kind of come out like that. You know?
A little bit of twang to it, right?
Yeah.
Daniela, aloha no.
Oh, is this a Daniela?
She says, hello, my
DeMoss?
friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yes.
Daniela's his wife. She's awesome,
All right.
too.
And it says, it says, Sandra says, we are here now and watching the sunset.
Oh, there you go.
Look at that.
Yeah.
And Michael says, aloha from Stratford.
Upon Avon. That's in England.
Oh, very good.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Very cool.
Maybe if all of this settles down, yeah?
Yeah,
If all of this pilikia and this
And that means sickness.
no, this illness and this trouble settles down, we can travel again, and I might come to your beautiful Upon Avon.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. Trey says, aloha from Sacramento.
Aloha, Sacramento.
Oh, and that's the, there we go. And
Jay,
Lori says,
sorry.
aloha
Lori.
from the Bond family. Woo!
Yay, Lori. Woo.
Hey, Suzanne Herbert.
All right. Oh, somebody sent us some stars. We got to give credit because we don't get stars very often.
We got to actually set that up for our bank account.
okay,
is what
all
we
right.
need.
So
But you guys
Trish
give us
said
stars.
it's 50 stars. Woo!
Woo! We got to get that enabled.
That's right.
Oh, you need
All right,
stars?
Don says aloha
You get
from
paid for it.
Birmingham,
Oh.
Washington. It says
All
Don is
right.
from. More Washington people.
Starlight, starbright, send me some stars tonight. Oh, look at that sun. She's coming out. She's coming out.
It is.
Akala.
Akala means what?
The sun.
Kala is sun.
Ka is the.
Yeah.
La is sun. Akala. The sun. Oh, the sun.
Ooh, the sun is
It's
coming.
like poetry.
Here, let me see if I
she's
can zoom
dropping
in
down.
just a little bit. There we go. Ta-da. It's going to be, we have an impromptu stand today, so we're a little bit, and it's going to, there we go. And Chris says, aloha from Keho, I'm not sure.
Akashi.
Akashi. I don't know where that is.
That's one of the condo complexes.
I know, I just don't know where it is, though. That's my thing.
It's further down on
Yeah.
on Leahy.
Wait, hang on, we were just talking about...
Okay, glad Cheryl Taylor comes off quite often.
all right, and then we got Franklin, says Jimmy from Aloha from Franklin, Tennessee.
All right,
Wow.
let's hear it for the southern people.
That's right. And
Southern
Debbie says,
United States.
beautiful heading to bed in Colorado, because it's late by that
Yeah.
time. Like,
Thank you for joining us to this point, though.
Yeah, 5 hours.
I might be
You
6.
you should
5.
wait
5,
because
okay.
there's going to be some colors
Kuipo.
right now.
That means sweetheart.
Hui, yeah. Hui, kuipo.
All right.
There we go.
Yep, coming around.
Julie works hard at trying to learn words in Hawaii and trying to understand more deeply the Hawaiian culture. And you know, that's a credit to her. I have known many po'e haole that have come here, and all they wanted to do ever was to be part of this beautiful culture, the Hawaiian culture. And I love that. And so many people do that, right? We travel. Like when I was in New Zealand and the Maoris, and it was great to be there in their culture and to see how they live, you know, and the dress and all of that and the traditions. It's like when you go up to Germany, sometimes they have the beer houses.
Yeah.
Oktoberfest is coming on, and they put on their traditional dress. It's like that all over the world. We're not singular
Right.
in that, right?
And
There's
this-
other cultures
Right, and the
out there.
celebration of culture, especially when you are coming from a different culture and you're open to learning, it's fascinating what other people do. Because most cultures do have some level of alcoholic beverage. and
Well, that's a
and
common
they usually
theme, isn't it?
usually have some level of dance.
Yeah.
right? And they usually have some level of what they say when they're really excited, like Hawaiians say, "Chee-hoo," right?
Chee-hoo.
Chee-hoo.
I thought that was Samoans that did that first, really. No, I'm kidding. No, don't get any Samoans. Nuha at me now. Auntie is just making a joke.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, John's watching. John from our
I love The Rock.
Oahu.
Is he Samoan? Is that what it is?
Yeah, he's Samoan. And I guess his father was a wrestler. His mother was Samoan. And Black American.
Yeah.
His
Oh,
dad.
Oh.
And yeah.
Oh, that's an interesting mix.
Oh my gosh, but isn't it a beautiful one?
Yeah.
He did all right, yes.
Yeah.
And look at our buddy Bill is watching.
Oh, Bill Keating.
Yeah.
So, okay, I got to tell you about Bill. So, Bill is from Seattle, but he actually is from here, and he's Hapahauli. And we met him, and Bill Keating.
What kind of hapa?
Bill, I think you're Hawaiian and I think Irish, right? Keating?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's like Isadora, my granddaughter.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
So we saw his name on here for a long time, and he says, "I want to meet you guys." So we meet him, and we're like, "Hey." And he's speaking Park Pigeon too. And we go, "You're more Hawaiian than you are, like, Irish." And it was funny because when we met him, it was like, it just shows you that the name doesn't always match the person when
That's
you finally
right.
meet
And the
them.
internet is really, really funny like that. We saw a movie last night. Free Guy. And again, when you're on the internet, the person that you are different from is different than your avatar on the internet. It's always kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Okay.
Ooh, should I get a little
Look at that. I promise
Put it down,
you.
I can't.
I promise you, colors. Many colors are going to come up soon.
All right,
now.
colors are going to come.
The colors are coming. There it is.
Pull back. There you go. There you go.
There we
Color.
go.
Oh,
look
Bill,
at-
are you guys? Are you guys?
Says, are you? And you guys know half of my friends in Kona.
Oh, nice.
Because we all know that Kona is a small town.
Very small town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you guys have any questions? Because we figure, since Illona's here, if you guys have any questions about Hawaiian culture or like words or pronunciations, even though
Oh, you're just looking to get into trouble? No.
yeah. Okay, trouble means pelikila.
Pilikia.
Pilikia. Yeah. Okay, I know one for you guys. Okay, pronounce Abe. Like
Anai ho'omalu.
Ho'omalu. Okay, so you guys, anai, right? Anai.
Anai ho'omalu.
So you guys, I didn't know. Okay, if you look at that name, you guys know where I'm talking about. It's the real name obviously is not Abe, but as you guys might know, it's near Lava Lava Beach Club. So anai is the fish, which are mullet, and ho'omalu are fish ponds.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. So the anai are what resides in those fish ponds.
Anai.
Not a.
Yeah.
So if you guys, when you're thinking about, I can't pronounce that. If you think about what the word actually means, anai ho'omalu means the mullet that are in those fish ponds. So that's how I figure I'm going to learn how to say that
I assume
word.
the mullets are good eating.
Eric, if I ever make mullet for you,
Okay,
Is it good? Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Well,
you will be like, I will see two hands go up and come down. I will see that. Because
I haven't had mullet, so I'm up for that. If it comes up, let's do it. Okay.
Because my dearly departed partner Bob, who's up in heaven, he's listening to this. He's going, tell him about the mullet.
Mullets.
Tell him.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you. He taught me the recipe, and it is foolproof. Everyone that eats this, it's steamed Chinese style.
Right.
And I put a little shoyu, a little sesame sauce, chopped up Chinese parsley and green onion on the top.
That sounds good. Yeah.
And sizzle peanut oil over the top.
Right. Ooh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds
Oh,
wonderful.
yeah.
So
All
we
right.
can have part of your YouTube channel can be a cooking show.
Yeah. All right. So
You know, that might work.
Yeah, people like to see how
Arthur
things are
says,
made.
aloha from Toronto.
Aloha,
that's a long way
Toronto.
Yeah. Got a lot of people watching.
Ta-da. Okay, so the sun is still high. It's still coming down slow today.
But it's still very dramatic.
It is still very
nice,
dramatic.
It's sitting
beautiful
behind
gold.
It's
Yeah.
behind
It's a
the
beautiful
mist.
gold.
Yep. Kind of,
Yeah.
it's kind of a misty kind of sunset today.
So, okay, so we know that in Hawaiian, looking at different things have different words. So let's just say, I don't know if this is true, because I know that the moon phase has like 14 different names in Hawaii.
Yes.
Right.
And don't try to ask me about
Okay,
that
yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
Yeah, but do you think that there's different names for the sunset in Hawaiian? Like cloudy
No,
versus
ahi is ahi
That's
ahi.
it.
The fire has gone out.
ahi ahi means the fire
Ahi ahi.
means
Ahi ahi.
the sun has set.
Yeah.
Ahi ahi.
Yeah, evening. The sun has set.
Okay, and that's just one word.
So wait, so because the question is, okay, so for sunrise, they have a is it one word for sunrise too? Is it-
Kakahiaka.
Kahayaka.
So does it mean good morning? I thought that means like, okay, good morning.
It's all a
sunrise.
reference in nature. Everything in the language, I think, has a reference to nature. Now, I am not a teacher of the Hawaiian language, and maybe if there's a teacher, a kumu listening, they want to say something else about it, that's okay. But I will say this, I am a kupuna, and I learned my Hawaiian from my father, who was from the island of Molokai. So, kalamai, this is Molokai Hawaiian thinking.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yes, different ways of thinking. Isn't it?
Well, it's
Different
also different
ways of
dialects.
thinking.
A lot of the same language, but different dialects along the way.
Different understanding of what we're saying. Yeah.
So how would you describe Molokai then? How would you describe it different than like Oahu or the Big Island? How would you say?
Well, I think that the people on Molokai have kept the island very, very protected and in its original state. And there's still no stoplight there. And it's very slow paced. Unless you're a person who likes outdoor activities and not so much with the TV, you're not going to make it there, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
they are hunter fishers, gatherers there. And most Hawaiians are. That's in them. But, you know, we're talking about now. We're talking about being present. We're talking about how the Hawaiians have survived through colonization, through getting the Hawaiian language back, through kupuna like myself having to relearn our language because we were immersed into the English language. Yeah?
Yeah.
So now we have an opportunity to make right a lot of things that were lost in the fire.
Yeah.
And so those things are coming back again, coming back to life.
And that's good to hear. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, it's good
Yeah.
to see that too.
And that's
definitely.
another thing too. Again, we hope to bring some of that to people on this channel too. So, are we going to lose that sun behind that cloud bank?
We might. It's going to be more of this.
Somebody take a note. What was it saying?
Laurie, who's this Wahine?
Bond. Can you describe the process of asking for blessing permission to move into a home or buy a land or that's got a lot. Are there different ceremonies for each? So they're saying, she's saying, if you move into a home, is it different than buying a home in terms of blessings? Is kind of what she's talking about.
Laurie, okay. Laurie, I'm going to answer your question.
Okay, to come move into. So basically, she's asking
you
about the
asked
Hawaiian
me
blessing.
to describe. I cannot describe the process to you in a short form. The connection that we make between ourselves and spirit is a deep, committed relationship. So, by doing so, I have committed myself to the process of clearing unwanted energy and spirits. When someone enters into a home that has been the property of someone else, there is always uhane, spirit, present, energies present. Whether or not they're good or bad, we discover as we go along. Whether or not it's harder or less, we discover as we go along. And so, if you decide that you want to do something along that line, I suggest that you get yourself a kahu. kahuna to come and do it for you, and be comfortable in the understanding that they are there to take away the negative vibrations, the negative energies that have been left behind by whoever was there previously, and that they can clear the space so that you will have it for yourself and your energies.
There you go. So Lori bought a condo up in Waikoloa, and she's looking to buy a house here eventually when her daughter graduates. So Lori, next time you're here, if you haven't had your condo blessed, one of the services that Illona offers is home blessings. And she can do that for people who are purchasing homes here. And clearing the space, energy, and everything else is awesome. Just like that sunset that is poking out through that thing right now. Do you want to do a pinchy?
I'll try. I'll do a little bit. Ta-da! There you go.
See, it knows you guys are here. There's a little bit of some blessing here with the sun coming out like that. Beautiful, beautiful. There we go. Yeah. So also, speaking of land, there's different energies, right, in different places around the island, right?
Yes.
And you kind of feel that, and
yes.
And you believe that people who are intuitive can also kind of feel that, yeah?
Yeah, I think that if anyone has worked on themselves, they can use all of their energies that has been provided to them from God.
Yeah, it's kind of like our property.
From our Creator.
Our property with our protector on the property.
That's right.
Yes.
You have an aumakua that watches over the property, because that aumakua made a choice a long time ago that even though we offered him to go to the light, he said, no, I want to stay. And so...
There he is.
Yeah.
And because we have been given choice. You know, there's similarities, but not quite the same.
Yeah.
Oh. Ta-da.
Yeah. Is it going to kind of pop down there?
I don't know. We'll
disappear?
find out. You got a couple more minutes. We only got 5 more minutes.
Now everything's going to go color.
Yeah, the color's going to come up over the top.
Hopefully color will pop across the...
And Tammy says, wow, the clouds are on fire.
Yes, look at this. It is. It's showing us a crater.
And Lori says, my goodness, that's beautiful. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, thanks. Amazing. Meg
That's
said that.
the view from my place.
Aloha again. Please explain the best way that newcomers to Hawaii can best respect the Aina. Mahalo. And that is from Bill.
And Lydia's watching too.
Yeah.
Hi, Lydia.
Oh.
It's for you.
It's for you.
Oh, okay.
It's a question.
Respect the Aina.
Yeah, so he's basically saying, like, so, because there's people who are going to be watching us on YouTube over here.
Oh, I just kind of take for granted that we care for everything wherever we go in anybody's land. You know, your land, my land, over there in UK or up there in Canada. You know, pick up after yourself, be respectful, be kind, be thoughtful, be apologetic if you have to. Right. No make trouble. Ole pilikia.
Don't make trouble. That's right.
Simple
yes,
one. Yeah, be quiet and follow the local.
Yeah.
If you need good lessons, find a local to be your friend. And locals are easy to befriend, because we all were, you know, at one point in time, our ancestors had to make friends with other people to find out things. And so here we are.
That's right. And one thing too, just so you know too, our Kona Newbies group, they want to do nice things for the island, and so one of the things that we're thinking about doing is the Big Island Invasive Species program is being defunded, and they're losing $200,000.
Oh no,
so
that can't stop.
Yeah. So
especially we just got, I think it was devilweed just came here.
We got devilweed, we've got the koki, which is but there's invasive species that we actually need hands on to help pull out of.
Yeah, look at those vines up there.
Yeah, those vines they're putting all over the island right now.
Yeah, they're
choke
terrible.
Out the trees.
They're terrible.
So we're hoping that if people on this stream and people who are coming here to visit Hawaii,
what time is it?
Got 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
It'll go 10 minutes. And then you watch.
All right.
Oh, yeah?
Right, 10 minutes before we get there. Okay, so Ilona's declaring that the sun will pop into a beautiful color set in 10 minutes.
Well, let's see. Well,
let's see. That's what I'm saying. That's the thing.
It's been happening the last few nights.
Wait a minute.
It's been incredible. Oh, have you seen the Milky Way?
Oh.
Yeah.
And next to the
here?
moon?
You mean here?
Who has been next to the moon? Jupiter.
What is that? Jupiter. Yeah, that was the one we got the picture of.
Jupiter. Yes, we've been seeing incredible sights. Incredible sights here. Yeah.
All right. Mark says, love the sunsets in Hawaii.
Jan, she's trying to get here too.
All right.
I planned it just for you, Jan.
Mahalo for such a beautiful sunset and the conversation.
Yeah. And then Chris, so obviously, it just tells us, okay, Denise is cool. Hi, Denise.
Yeah.
Chris is still watching. Bill's here. No, I was going to tell you guys. Real quick,
Yeah, what?
So what we're trying to do is get some people together who might be interested in pulling out some of the invasive species in different places around the island if they want to do something volunteer work to give back to the island. So we have a friend that is reaching out to the Big Island Invasive Species Task Force. They might need manpower. So since they're being defunded, getting people to try and help some of the more,
We saw a little of that at the walking path at Old Age.
Didn't they have the National Guard out there?
There was the National Guard. Boy, those guys. The
National Guard was out there pulling.
That was a tough project.
Pulling the weeds out of a fish pond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it was a fish pond?
It was kind of like an ancholine pond.
An ancholine pond, yes.
Yeah. So anyway, so if you're interested in maybe doing something for the INA, I am working together with these people to try and figure out a couple weekends that maybe if you're visiting the island, get some people together and do some work to help benefit the INA.
You can hear behind me the
Okay.
poke me, the poke me frog.
That's so funny. You can see the little...
Do you think they understood that? The poke me. Coqui frogs. They're
we got little clouds
noisy.
across as well.
They're about this. They're about an inch big.
They say they're about the size of a quarter.
Dime.
Quarter?
A dime.
A dime? That's small.
Yeah, they're small.
Tiny.
They're tiny, but
So, all right, I have
loud.
a funny story about the coqui. There's always a story about the coqui. But I used to work at a condo association, and we had palm trees that went up next to the units, and they were 2 stories up. And one of those little coquis made his way all the way to the top, and everybody thought it was a bird that was sitting up there, and we couldn't get him out, so finally we had to cut that whole branch of that tree down to get him out of there. He was
Oh, no.
Can you imagine right there? You're in boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep,
And
boop,
you know
beep.
what? I've done some research on coqui frogs. What you guys are hearing is that's a coqui frog. That's not a bird. And they have live young. They don't need to be sitting in a pond of water and turn into like little tadpoles.
Right?
They are born alive, and they spread immediately as soon as they start reproducing. And they sing from 5 to 6 feet up inside of trees and things. So they like to get up and actually project their voices
Their
out.
song is poke me, poke me, because they are constantly breeding.
Yeah.
They breed like crazy. Yes,
That's
they do.
their entire purpose is breeding. So we got to find a way to stop it.
Yeah.
Just slow them down a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know, you guys. I don't know if it's
Look, little hearts going.
If you guys have heard that song, Queen
Liliu Okalani.
actually penned that during her time being cooped up in the
She
Illona
was
Castle.
imprisoned in Iolani.
Yeah.
Palace.
And, so when you hear that song, in fact, we heard it. There's a new series on HBO called White Lotus. Have you heard that? It's about the entitled white people who come here to visit. It's very interesting. If you guys haven't seen it, it's an interesting thing. And they are singing that song, and it's so beautiful in this series.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because they film it at the Four Seasons in Maui
During the
pandemic.
So that's really
and that story that she was basically saying goodbye to what I've known before in our culture, right? And for them to put that, in this series was actually, if you understand the story behind it, is pretty powerful. Because it's being filmed at the Four Seasons Maui, where that land actually, I think, had some cultural probably something.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So anyway, we bought a book recently for Queen Liliuokalani's birthday. It was her entire story called The Story of Hawaii, I think. And I bought that book.
Our Queen's Story.
Our Queen's Story. And I'm going to be reading that and hopefully sharing some other information with the people on the group too.
Oh, that's wonderful. And, you know, thank you so much for tuning in. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all again.
Yes, and if you guys missed this, what we're going to do is we've been actually filming this from the other side so you can see us actually talking. We're going to put that on YouTube if you guys want to see it again. And hopefully we're going to get Illona to sit down and talk to us a little bit more about Talk Story and Hawaii and maybe some cooking stuff and help her launch a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Woo. So
Let's do it.
So with that, we will
thank
say...
you for the hearts, and with that we will say Ray, aloha. 1, 2, 3.
Aloha.